Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Saturday morning's messages of love from above. Excited to see what comes through from Spirit today. Gonna get the chat all popped out here, and we'll get started here in a moment. Let me just get things arranged here. So thank you for your patience while I do that. There we go. Easier to see. All right. Think we are good here. So before I get started, I come on a little earlier just to do some announcements to make sure everyone knows what is available. And of course, we went into the Libra moon yesterday, and Mercury has gone direct. Woohoo! So enjoy that energies. If you haven't um, checked out my Moon Day Mondays, here is a link to this last video. Another one will come out on Mondays, right? Duh. But this talks about the energy of the week of the moon because it goes through a new sign every 2 to 3 days, and so it's important for us to know where it's helpful, right? It's like forecast, knowing the weather before you go throughout the week, so you know what to wear and what to prepare for as you go through it. And then I talk about other planetary things that stand out, like Mercury going direct or any retrogrades, full moon, new moon, different things like that as well. So if you're interested, check it out. It's totally free. Also on Tuesdays, I put out a Take 10 with Zen. So it's Take 10 with Zen Tuesdays, right? And these are little videos that are normally 10 minutes or less that talk about how to connect with spirit, ourselves, and I answer other questions from my subscribers. So you can check those out as well. And then I guess I'll call Wednesdays, What's Up Wednesdays, where we ask Spirit, What's up? And we have a pick a card reading every Wednesday. This last one was about the Virgo new moon that we are having. So it's a pick a card that talks about the Virgo new moon on what can be changed or transformed in my routine. They're timeless, so you can watch them at any time. And then I also like to make sure everyone knows I do have monthly giveaways. Here's my giveaway playlist. If you check that out, the last video, of course, will be the most recent, which will talk about how you can get it into the September monthly giveaways. So be sure to check that out. If you're interested in getting into drawings, there's 3 ways to get into 3 different drawings. So, and then lastly, I do have 50% off my services, most of them for the rest of 2023, my personal pre recorded readings, my Hedge of Peace and Love, and my Wish Upon a Star Astro readings. All the links to all these things in the playlist are down in the description box of the video. If you're interested in getting advanced access to any of the videos that I put out, I'm usually a week or so ahead. My Praying Mantis memberships of my YouTube channel do get access to that. Plus, after these free readings on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings, and Friday and Saturday nights, I actually have a special Praying Mantis session too. And on Thursdays, I have a Q&A reading session for 2 hours with my Praying Mantis members where we do readings. We talk about my life. We talk about spirit, connecting with spirit. We do past life readings, pull oracle cards, all sorts of fun stuff. So if you're interested in that, memberships are also all talked about in the description box of the video. It's $7.99 per month, US dollars. To be a member at a Praying Mantis level. Let's see what else. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, the whole process is also listed in the description box of the video. It's a very informative place, evidently, but I do prioritize donations, and it tells you how to do all that in the description box as well. All right, so all the blah 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 is done. I'll be on for about 2 hours. 12:55 p.m. Mountain Time. I will head off over to my Praying Mantis membership readings. So I'll try to get through as many free readings as I can. But I do have a few donations here. Thank you so much, Supernova, for your multiple donations. And we will start with you. So hope you're doing well, and thank you for your donations. And let's take a look and see what we got going on. So number one, So you feel what you have with music is special, the songs, what you create, the feelings of it almost feels magical. Absolutely. Is what you feel truly true? Yes. Oh, you'd like confirmation? Yes. The confirmation is yes, absolutely. So we'll pull cards though. And I'm using the Ravenous Dracon tarot. And I say it like that because that's how it's spelled. Beautiful cards if you're interested in these, you know where they are and I mean what they are, what they look like. So wherever you pick up your um, your card decks and all that. So let's take a look here. Confirmation on magic. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. So we've got the 5 of swords here, which is the conflict that we all have between head and heart, right? So, I like that the 10 of wands comes in because the 10 of wands is, um, can represent a burden, but it also represents a harvest. It represents a ton of all this energy, and all the energy almost feels like it's a satellite in a way, the way they have this dragon. And it's like you're putting out these vibes, you're putting out this, um, energy that helps people with their inner conflict, right? Because we're always conflicted between the fears of the mind and the higher love of the heart wanting to be expressed. And then you have the suspended, which is the hanged man. Again, seeing things from a different perspective. It's for me, it's always looks like a cocoon. It's this transformative type of journey that you take people on. Again, being reiterated here with you take people to higher love with this page of cups being offered, and the king of swords, you also help people connect to higher truths through your music, through your songs, through the lyrics, but just through the energy alone. It's transformative, and I like that 10 of wands being the focal card that they're wanting to do. It's like you're putting this out into the universe. It's like this is your songs going out, sending this energy out to the planet. um I know there's an old song, I forget who it's by. Is it by Pink Floyd or something? It's just like something to Earthlings, "Hello, Earthlings." It's like you're sending out this message to the Earthlings. So, definitely it is transformative because especially when it comes from your heart. When we intentionally do something like, "Okay, I wanna do this to be famous," right? You can tell those people on, Britain's Got Talent, America's Got Talent, The Voice, or whatever, you can tell the difference. And we normally don't see those individuals on the big TV shows. It's usually the ones they show beforehand where they're traveling and going, and they have the people that are that didn't make it into those rounds, and you hear those people where you're like, well, they sounded good, but their heart wasn't there. You could tell that the the reasoning behind what they were doing was out of fear and out of ego, not out of heart. And you can tell the difference with that. And that's why your music is magical, is because it comes from your high heart, your heart chakra. And that's the vibration that changes things. So I like that for you, Supernova. That's the answer to number one. So uh, more deeper than yes, it is. So that's what they have. All right. And then number two, you want to reading on your dreams. What led you to your dreams? Was it always meant to be? What spirit wants to tell you about it currently? Like your dreams of what you want to accomplish in life, right? So let's take a look here and see. So why do you have this draw to music? Well, we did. Well, it's funny because we did past life, right? That you were a troubadour and you've always had musical expression as part of your life, right? Lives. So I like this. Let's take a look here. You got 3 3 2 2. So we'll take a look here. Okay. So sorry. Still clearing out the pipes this morning. All right. So, yeah, I love it. So you have the Page of Wands, which shows passion. You've had this passion within you from the beginning because you've got the Sun card, which is Leo energy. It is inner child, though, too. It's this, it's part of your, oh, okay. They're saying it's part of your astrology, too, of this draw of, it's like this, and this is for true of a lot of fire signs. You have this desire, it's like a desire to be seen, but not in like an egotistic way usually. Well, it's the lower vibration, higher vibration of the the energies, right? Of any sign, higher vibrational, which is I want to be seen to be able to impact the world kind of thing. So there's a difference in intention, but the Sun card, part of the astrology, does have this, um, it comes naturally to like sun signs, and it feels like there's fire energy in your birth chart that has wants to be expressed, and it's part of that expression is where the desire to be sharing it is coming from. But you have that Page of Wands, you have that fire and the 10 of Pentacles. Just the combination of all these, I just feel, because this is subconscious too, which represents past life. There's just so much in here. In order for you to feel full and whole and complete, the expression is built in. It has to be there in order for you to feel like your life is full. Otherwise, it feels empty if you're not expressing yourself through music, right? And again, here's your the Fool is the reminds me of the soul because it's before we jet down here and come down. So this tells me it was always from the beginning. Before you came down here, your soul wants to express it that way. It wants to, show the world, and because there's so much. The Page of Pentacles, it's like your soul knows that there's this greater opportunity to share, because music, just music alone, even if you don't know a language, and like if you go to um whatever your musical preferences, like I know on iTunes when I go, there's like musical genres or whatever you call them, and then there's like world music, and you can listen to music from all across the world, and you're like, wow, I don't even know what they're saying, but I'm just drawn in by this beat or this music, or it just takes you somewhere else and you know it when you hear it. And that's what I feel like your soul feels like with music, that you can touch people differently across the world, even in just the music that you put forward because of the vibration, even if they don't understand the words. These days, of course, people can do Google Translate and grab your lyrics and learn that way too, which is even more amazing. But I like this, that it has been from the beginning. It is designed. Um, yeah, and, you've got the 5 of Pentacles, which is trusting creator, not, mankind to bring you your sustenance. 7 of Wands is stand your ground, move forward towards your dream. Again, standing up on a hill and being seen. Like, this is the spotlight. You're standing here and this is what you see, the spotlight on you. And it really is. There's this, you know, be true to you, don't worry about other people, that like, oh, you're living your, get your head out of your butt because you can't do that. All the blah blah blah, the people that are you know, upset that they can't live their dream. They can, but they feel they can't. So they're like, why can you if I can't? You know, be reasonable, blah, 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 blah. Just know that the creator, these feelings of abandonment, left behind, lack, being left out in the cold, that's all from the human, and that's okay. It's what humans do when they are in fear, when their little inner child feels unsafe and out of control. That's what they do. So it's like, okay, but spirit, creator, they don't. They will make sure you have what you need in each moment, and even more because they love us. They're not going to just give us bread and water. They're going to give us what we need, and that's what this Five of Pentacles, these together, is like a follow up message just from Spirit. Be true to you. Stand tall. Stand your ground. Shine bright. The sun, uh, and that comes back to this sun card too. The sun does not ask permission to shine, and it doesn't expect anything back from others. It just shines bright, and it doesn't ask permission to shine. And if people can't stand the sun, the heat of the sun, the brightness of the sun, they can put on some sunglasses or get in the shade. But the sun does not dim its light, nor does it ask permission to shine. It just does. So I love that. Those for you there. Beautiful, beautiful. And then reading number 3, you went on Kurt. So nothing personal, but you just want to understand them more. Maybe they want to share or convey something to you. Okay. Let's take a look here. What does Kurt want you to know right now? Okay. What else? All right. Anything else? All right. So let's see what we got. What we got going on here. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, what first comes up here are these two cards. And you've got the Seven of Cups, emotion, 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 and the Moon card. Mother Luna, motion, emotion, emotion, ocean here. Very much about, the emotions. And so um one of the messages that comes in here is, you've got all of these emotions, all these cups. And I even like this, maybe an idea for an album cover of some sort. But you've got the Two of Cups here, which is all about love and relationship, which is a focus of a lot, but there's so much more to share. Love songs, huge. you know, it's one of the biggest experiences we all go through in our life, right? Either love of family, love of friendship, romantic love, love of pets, whatever it is. We've got this love that we have to share, and it's one of the biggest lower vibrational experiences we have. We come here for to feel what it might feel like to be um, separate, not be one with, because we come from a giant, we do come from a giant ocean, and we're all drops in the ocean. But a lot of the, experiences we have here are to feel separate and to feel abandoned, to feel, the lower vibration. So love songs are a huge thing. They're like saying love songs. Yeah, that's a lot of people's focus, but there's also so many different emotions that you can choose from in pursuing and sharing. They're like, share it all. Don't, yeah, this is a big money maker, but variety is key, is what they're saying. That's funny. Because you also have the Ace of Swords coming in here, which is, seeking creativity and new ideas from spirit and from the higher place. New, the same old, blah, 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 really. It's like, well, that would make sense. This is like write it down, communicate, get it. This is like the also the writer, but it's the communicator. It's get it, in solid form. So get it written down and write your ideas down. The Moon card, the Mother Luna card is, of course, we talk about being aware of the lunar energy, and that would even be a cool idea for an album too, is stepping through all of the emotional differences between all the 12 signs. So you can have a 12 track, at least 12 songs that's all about, like it's the age of Aquarius, but it can be something different where it's the moon of Gemini, the moon of Aquarius, but it's like all the energy and what you feel through each of them too. So doing a moon journal can help too, especially if you look at my Moon Day Monday videos, I step through because over a month we go through the entire zodiac every month, every 28, 29 days with the moon cycle. And it's like cycles of the moon. Ooh, I don't know if there's a title out there. You can take that. That's free if you want that. But it's like uh, you understanding the cycles of the moon, and understanding all the different cups, all these 12 cups of um, different ways of feeling and existing, and being aware of how it's impacting you and the different emotions that you kind of put into 12 different containers, and that's how it can be presented. It just feels very interesting. They're like, "Be creative," and you don't have to take any of that. They're just like, "This is like an idea." It's almost like this creative spark and going, "See how you can be different and do things different. Be you. Don't try to fit into all those things." And we have the 6 of Pentacles. I know this comes up a lot, but, if, we have that Take 10 with Zen, video, that's episodes 4 or 5, talk about the 6 of Pentacles and the out of balance giving and receiving, and a big piece of wanting consciously to do something, but subconsciously our inner child going, "Nope, there's this out of balance, giving and receiving, this worth that's out of balance." If you've watched it and you haven't done like the tools to release and forgive these individuals that have been out of balance, the 6 of Pentacles does reinforce the importance of it, because if even no matter how much we want something consciously, if subconsciously our inner child is still going, "Nope, nope, nope, you don't deserve it yet," then it keeps things away on the force field. And so I feel like they're saying that's part of the maybe that's part of the forgiveness, part of the songs that you write are about forgiving people from the past too. So that's what's coming in there. So hopefully that helps, Supernova, and thank you so much for all your donations. I really appreciate it, and many blessings too. I'm excited for you. All right. And thank you guys so much for the comments for the switch up. It was the Virgo energy of sorting and getting rid of clutter. And so I moved stuff around, and it feels more open and everything just in its wonderful, organized place, at least in this room. So that's how it all unfolded. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. I think that's it for the donations right now. You're very welcome, Supernova. And I'm going to scroll to the top and we will start with the free readings. So, Felicia Feng, hello, hello, Felicia. You want to know, will you have any job opportunities in the next 4 to 6 weeks? And we'll clarify it because, of course, the last ones you said they were um, not conducive to what you were wanting, right? So we'll see here. Are there going to be any job opportunities in alignment with what you're looking for in the next 4 to 6 weeks? So let's take a look and see. Be specific, right? It's like when you ask for wishes, be specific. Otherwise, you may not get what you want. So I feel like here with the 3 of Wands, you're going to be taking a different direction. And I feel like this is what they've been mentioning here is you have peace of mind and opportunities that come in and new communication if you take a different route. I feel like where you're going and how you're going about it and what you're searching for is not in alignment with what your heart wants. And that's why you keep on hitting closed doors, because they're trying to keep you out from keeping going down the same road and experiencing the same thing, right? So I feel like, the message of, focus on what you're grateful for in your current job, if you're at a current job. And if you're not at a current job, then you're like have this open heart and open mind of gratitude for opening doors that are in alignment with your heart as far as career and job, and search and really do some soul searching. I just feel like they're showing me just like a hamster on a little hamster wheel. It's like we're caught in the same cycles, the same repetition, and it's like if I keep doing what I've always done, I'm gonna get what I've always gotten. Tired and thirsty, right? The little hamster, woof, but it's get off the hamster wheel, get out of the rat race, and pursue what you are wanting, what your heart, your high heart truly wants. What is it that you wanna do? Where is it that you wanna go? Don't limit yourself by, well, I can't see that happening, blah, blah, blah. Kind of approach it as a little child that nothing is impossible and I can do anything. And if I could do anything, what would I do? And if that's too big, if I had 5 years to live, what would I wanna do with the rest of my living years? And I'm not predicting that you're gonna be dead in 5 years. Let me clarify. That's just a good way for us to mentally go, "If I only had 5 years to live, what would I do with the rest of my 5 years?" It really is eye-opening because it makes you realize, "Well, I don't have, 100 years. My days in this lifetime as this human character are limited, and what am I waiting for?" And so I like that for you, Felicia. So I feel like there's this beautiful, beautiful, peaceful place, this peace of mind that's coming in here. So um, I'd really look at that. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you, Felicia. Let me take a quick sip here. All right. And up next, we've got Dijona. Knows A DUM. You know, I might be getting old. If that means something specific, I don't think you're asking if you're dumb or if someone's dumb, but it's probably something that I don't get, but luckily Spirit does. So we'll just pull some cards and Spirit knows what you're asking. All right. Wow. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely this transformation that's coming in here. You've got the 5 of swords, which represents like this um, conflict, right? Inner conflict or conflict with others, in the outside world. So, we've got this clarity that's coming in here for sure because the 5 of swords starts off feeling like there's an obstacle in the mind. Whoever this is for, there's this obstacle. It's like, why do I feel like something keeps on stopping me? Why do I feel this pull going back and forth? And it is this designed that happens in here. I mean, when we're in fear, when we get pulled into fear, all humans, you feel dumb, if that's what that means. But it's like the fear that impacts us takes us out of our mind, where we're not thinking clearly, we're not making decisions that are of love and compassion. So whenever we have this mental conflict, when our heart is pulling us, we feel this place of unconditional love and peace and serenity. But then when our mind goes, no, 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 it's supposed to, should, need to, have to, must, and we're going to get rejected. We fear rejection. We fear failure. We fear losing conditional love. We go into alarm mode, and the mature adult side of us, the intelligent side, is bumped out, and then people do stupid stuff. But that's what's in conflict in our life, is because as we become more aware of a second choice, that's where it starts to battle. But it's a good battle, because a part of this here, we've got the 4 of Cups, which the 4 of Cups is emotional stability. We like that. And emotional stability comes when we realize these 3 cups of the outside world do not complete us, do not make us feel full and whole and emotionally stable. We actually might even feel emotionally unstable because of it. But the Ace of Cups is that higher love that gets offered to us, the unconditional love, the higher, that's rooted in higher truth, right? That's what is in the middle of the 5 of swords is the Ace of Swords, which allows us the connection and allows us to develop this balance in our mind and heart, in the battle. It allows us to see things differently. I love the 8 of Swords because the 8 of Swords is a movement of thought and belief, so even though it starts off feeling conflicting here with the 5 of Swords, the 8 means we are becoming aware, or whoever this is for is becoming aware of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that make them feel blinded and bound and trapped. And, where 5 has like a 5, a 7, a 9, you have like even numbers on the side. So an 8 is 4 on each side, and there's this wonderful flowing river of thought, right? That's what we want. We want flow, but we also want obstacles. We want something to come in the middle and like a 5, and a 7 or a 9 is evens on the outside, but one big boulder in the middle that comes in and is almost demanding to be seen and to be transformed because it wants us to see it, and it's for us. It's always for us. When we have things thrown in our face, we're like, oh, okay, so why did I want to see this right now? What is it showing me about myself so that I can be free from it, right? So I like this for you. Hopefully that makes sense with your question there, Dajon. My apologies if I did not answer your question there. But that's what they have. So many blessings to you. I love the transformation. It's you are, or whoever this is definitely becoming aware of the conflict of the outside world not meeting up to what I felt I've needed, but it's falling short and it's making me realize it's undependable. So when I was told that's dependable, that was also a lie. The only dependable thing is inward and upward, where we find the only stable thing in our lives, the eternal unconditional love from the higher realms. So, all right. So that's really what they have to say. All right. So many blessings to you, Dijona. And then Grace, 1111. Hello, hello. You are up next. And you want to know who is coming towards you. All right. Let's see what we have here for you. All right. Well, the devil run. I'm just kidding. The 7 of Pentacles has is a card of um the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. Takes time for things to unfold. It takes time. And I feel like things have kind of slowed down right now. And there is this slowness. I don't know. I feel like we've talked about this, but I had a few people ask about who's coming toward me yesterday. But it just feels like um, this energy of slowness is allowing you the Saturn return energy, which this is Saturn Capricorn energy, where our shadow is comes in to challenge and shake and rattle our cage to show us what about our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets are that we've been hearing all our lives no longer serve us and no longer are in alignment for where we're wanting to head, right? They gave us the experience we wanted, but when the Saturn return comes in, it's every 25, 30 years ish. It just because it's how long Saturn takes to go around it. But we get this energy of challenging what we were taught growing up and saying, is that really what works for me? Is that really what I want to believe? And this is where I feel you're at with the shaking. And it's especially our thoughts about love and partnership. Who am I supposed to be? Who are they supposed to be? How is it supposed to unfold? How are we supposed to meet? Blah, 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 blah. All these rules that really just suck the life out of a relationship. It sucks the life out of the sail. So like a shipping sale, and it's this freedom that comes in this that's unfolding. And this is, I feel like, what they're wanting to know is like the who's coming towards you is coming very slow, and it's on purpose because when we do what we've always done and we're having lower vibrational fear beliefs, right, which is what we're taught growing up, we draw in lower vibrational relationships and people and situations and experiences, and we're like, you know what? I think I've had enough of that. And that's your soul agrees because the soul is like, slows everything down to give us time to let go of more and more and more of those, which allows us to raise our love vibration higher and higher and higher, where we draw in newer, higher vibrational individuals, experiences, and situations and events, whatever in our life. So I feel like right now, it's about questioning, why do I think I want what I want? And is it really attached to my value? I feel like, this is a lie. It's like, I don't, why? Why does that define me? I get to define who I am, not these things, not who I'm with or what I do or what I look like or what I own or what I do for work or my college education or not or blah, 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 blah. We have all this long list of stuff that's been poured into this brain defining things, but this is the shaking up that's going on. So that's what I feel is coming through right now, Grace. They're like, you know what? Focus on releasing all this stuff because who's coming towards you right now, it's almost like we wouldn't accept it based on our current mindset because they're not fitting into this box. And this box is being dismantled. You are dismantling this box so that you're like, okay, now, when our blinders are off with all these supposed to, should, need to, have to, must, when it opens up more, we have more variety, more opportunity and possibilities than this relationship that we've been told that's on back order for 1,000 years, right? So I like it. So that's what's coming through for you, Grace. So many blessings to you. All right. And Felicia, thank you so much for mentioning the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys for all of you that have given the video a thumbs up. It does help spread the Zen love, and it does help, everyone be part of the giant love tsunami. Something you can do for free. It does make the YouTube algorithm so happy, wants to share the videos on my channel automatically with others. So thank you for all of you that have done that, and thank you, Felicia, for mentioning that too. Much appreciated. All right. So, Lynx Lee, you are up next. And you want to know Leo's thoughts towards you? Uh-oh. Of course, other people's thoughts towards us, what does it all mean, right? They only see themselves anyway. But hey, I like this though. So when we ask about other people, like how do they think of me? It depends on their mood, who they are, blah, blah, blah. And but I like this coming in here. So um, generally, what I share is their overall picture, like the big, couple big things that they see in you, right, and their thoughts towards you. We do have Ace of Cups, so there is this emotion, there is this, um, you know, uh, love that's there. It's this new feeling, and the Nine of Pentacles. They also, again, this is how they're looking at themselves, right? The Nine of Pentacles is like this feeling of independence, and they like that piece in you that they're pulling out here. They like, I like, I have this emotional um, love that I'm looking for, and I feel like they have it. And the Nine of Pentacles is I like feeling independent and not that someone doesn't need me. I don't want someone to need me. I want someone who is independent that wants me but doesn't need me, because if they need me, I'll disappoint them. But if they want me, that means they're finding. It's like almost like they feel like you have this self-love that's inside, and they're like, I'm just extra. And I almost feel like they want to be extra. They don't want to have a lot of roles. It's like the Leo lion doesn't want to be caged. They just want to be loved. They want to be able to love freely, but they don't want a lunch of rules. And lions don't like to be controlled with a whip and a chair, right? They want to roam free on the Yeti or whatever of Africa, and so I like this energy for them, um, and they see this in you, but it's because they have it inside them, and this is what they're desiring. So I kind of feel like that's not I've the Ace of Cups, yeah, I mean, you have this self-love that's been growing and growing, and they recognize it in you, and they're like, "Wow, I want that too." And I recognize that somewhere inside me, and that's something that they really like about you. But the Nine of Pentacles, they're seeing you as independent and not needing them, and that's because that's what they want as well. So hopefully that makes sense. When we ask about other people's thoughts towards us, it changes moment by moment, person from person. And even in one person's life, they could wake up in the morning tired and irritable, and they think, less of you. And then they wake up and they feel great and they think more of you. And it's like, has nothing to do with you at all. It's all the stuff that's going in here. It has all to do with their perception of the world and you. And that's why there's a great, you know, Instagram memes and stuff that say, other people's opinion of us is none of our business, because it's not. It has nothing to do with us. We don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. And so we're like, how do people think of me? Well, roll the dice, see what comes out, right? So I know that's not what you're looking for, but I feel like it's an important message to know right now. Yeah, you know, humans are fickle. Every moment their opinions are changing about everything, and it depends on their mood. If they're hungry, are they hangry? Do they need a Snickers bar? What's going on? So I feel like they're wanting, like, your spirit guides are looking for you to place your perspective of other people's thoughts about you in a proper, giving it the proper weighting. Weighting, like the weighing out of things. It's like their opinion of you, they're like, that should be 99%. And then, the outside world, 1%, if that, they're like saying, find your worth inward. That's retail price out there, constantly changing, things ending up on the clearance rack, um, in here is where you find your worth and your wholeness. And I feel like that's where they're guiding you back to there. And so they kind of flip the script on you a little bit with, what are my thoughts toward the Leo? And when you look at that, you're looking in a mirror. You're a mirror. And when they're looking at you, you don't know what they're seeing. But when you look at them, what are you seeing that tells you about you? We only can recognize the greatness in others when we recognize that greatness in us. And we can also only recognize the irrit- irritable things, how irritating they are, by how irritating we are to ourselves on the inside. And so there is this transformational energy that they're looking at here, Linksley. I know. I feel like they've done that to you before, but I feel like this must be where they have it in your life right now, where they're turning you to. So that's what they got. So you have a conference, a team meeting with your posse of support above, and go, all right, we need to talk. But that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And then angel blessings is up next. I'm just going to take another quick sip here. All righty. So, angel blessings, rest of the year. Any blessings coming to you? All right. Let's see what blessings they want you to know about, because obviously we have so many blessings. We just don't realize it until we learn to look for it, right? Yeah. So you've got the Three of Pentacles, which they're really saying there's this great opportunity, this blessing where you are able to stand and be true to your authentic self. And the Page of Wands is this spark that allows you to go forward and to express this. So I feel like they're nudging you, saying there's a great blessing awaiting you that all it takes is for you to do something that's true and authentic to you that you love, and that's a passion of yours, because in doing that, I feel like you do find a passionate connection. So, we can spend our energy trying to find love, which you know how that goes. The endless search, right? Or we turn inward and we're like, you know what? I'm going to go do something that I love to do. And you go express that passion of your heart. And while you're doing that, you bump into someone who else is also doing the same thing, expressing that. And you have this commonality of this passion of life, right? Whether it's working in volunteering at a soup kitchen, or going to a pottery or a painting class, or a place where you can, use, like there's a studio that you can use, and there's multiple people that are able to use it, or, it's doing something you love, that you're passionate about. In doing that, you come across someone, and there's this spark that happens because you're sparked doing something you love. They're sparked doing something they love, and in this wonderful place of enjoying your moment, you like, hey, and it's beautiful. It's not trying to find someone. It's doing you and being you, and then you find someone. And I like that for you. And that's what's coming in, angel blessings. So, um, go do something that you love. Easy breezy. You're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So, many angel blessings to you. All right. And then the real Summer J, you will be up next, for the next free reading. But I did have a donation just come through. Hey, love 1234. I know, real Summer J. Almost, you're so close. You'll be up next here. um, so love 1234. Thank you for your donation. And you want to know here. All right, number one, number two, and number three. So let's take a look here. So good things the next 3 months. Number two is all about B. Fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. And then number three, the ancestors. All right. They're short and sweet with one card. So your first one here, the next 3 months. Well, you got three cards. So I imagine that these are each of the next 3 months. So month number one coming up here. So over the next month, you have this transition where the Five of Pentacles is movement from feeling abandoned, feeling left behind, feeling out in the cold, and these feelings of lack. And you learn to trust the creator, develop this relationship that the creator is who brings you what you need in each moment, and not mankind. And it's a huge, important transformation this month. It's, do I trust mankind, or do I trust, spirit, who is not fickle? They don't fear, they don't pull back their support, they don't have conditions. They love us so much, right? So humans, of course, when they go into fight or flight mode, will pull the rug right from underneath you, but not spirit. They love us so much, they're going to make sure we have everything we need in each moment. And I feel like this next month, the blessing that comes in is that you realize that as you take your attention from mankind to bringing you what you need, and popping up here, to the higher realm, that there's this awareness of like, you bring me what, I can trust you, and you develop this trusting relationship, right? So I love that. And then month number two, yeah, you got the Hierophant. So Hierophant is like your higher self calling you to this higher place, seeing your capital T truths from up above, and who you want to be, what you want to do. And so there's a lot of super capital clarity, capital C clarity, evidently. There's all this capital that you are really getting super clear on what you're wanting in life, and other desires are falling away as you're really going inward and upward and connecting to do that here, which I like because it's like then the third month you have the 10 of swords, which is this release of so many expectations of supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's, which I feel is the clarity that comes from here allows you to really see then all of the beliefs and all the stuff that's been clogging you down and kind of caging you and holding you back from moving forward. So I like that. It's very, it feels like the blessings are like, wow, these are good things. They feel like they do take some, well, you're not afraid of work, so but it doesn't feel like work, it's an adventure, it's a journey. Depends on how you look at it. It's like it takes some guts, it takes some courage to really look at our lives and go, "Okay, what have I been doing all my life that's not really mine, but trying to fit in, trying to stay out of people being mad, people being disappointed, whatever it may be, right?" So there is this clarity that comes in. I feel like these are all good things because they're setting you free and allowing you to go forward. So I like that. And then number two, we have B. Like I said, sting, fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I feel like and they must be. We have the Six of Cups, which one is nostalgia, and I feel like maybe you've been best friends for a very long time, maybe back to childhood. But if not, you do have a special connection that goes into multiple lifetimes with the Six of Cups. We've got that energy. We've got this past life connection that you just feel drawn and there's this familiarity, like you've been best friends in a lot of lifetimes, because that's usually what we say with past lives, like you meet someone and it feels like you met a best friend that you haven't seen in a long time. There's this joke that says um something about realizing um or bumping into a past life best friend or a past life person that you've known before, realizing why you haven't talked to them in 1,000 years. It's funny, but that's not them. That is not them at all here. So I like this coming in because there is this, definitely this strong connection in this lifetime. I feel like back to your past, but also the other. Um, I feel like, their energy towards you, they feel here like that you are going through a lot, like you are challenging and um, they're witnessing you going through these challenges of life and this challenging your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, the shadow energy. I don't feel like this is their energy towards you, but they see you going through this and they're like, wow, yeah, you are definitely like revamping your life and recalibrating your life, and they're like, wow, you know they're happy for you. We got the Four of Wands, which is joy, celebration, gatherings too. And so it feels very solid here, very equal between the two of you, and they see you going through this. I kind of feel like they know, this is where that subconscious past life thing, they know that you chose and you're going through what you're going through here. But on the other hand, they also are like, I wish I could help them. But they're like, no, they know that you like to do things yourself. So they're choosing joy and choosing, um, to be happy for you and to support you, but it's kind of freaking them out a little bit too, I feel, that Capricorn energy, because they're just like they're seeing the stuff that you're doing, and they feel like you are so brave and courageous and making steps and doing things that you do, that they're kind of like, "Ooh," I feel like you're the one that draws them into not into trouble, but like outside of their comfort zone, and they're like, "Girl," so I like it. But that's the energy that's coming in. And are your ancestors proud of you? Number 3, you got here, they're a Capricorn too, Perfect, yeah. So they can relate and understand it, uh, for sure. But the justice card is, they see the ancestors see that, the balancing out, they see that you are, uh, you know, reaching higher into the capital T truths. Here we go again with the capital T truths. They see that you are on this journey of, going higher. And look, it even looks like the same. Sorry, it's kind of bright there. Here, the same, the same kind of dragon looking the same way. They're like, yeah, and here's like your ancestors, the wind beneath your wings. That's funny. Um, it must have been cold there in their shadow, right? That the song from Beaches, right? But they've got this. There is pride here because they're like, yeah, you are, doing what you've wanted to do here. You're the big thing with the justice card. That's a huge piece of why we come here is that out of balance scales because we come in here and we are inundated. One side of the scale is loaded up with all our fears, our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets. So it's and they're like, and that's what we do. We load up this side with all these experiences that we come here for. And then the second piece is we connect to the capital T truths of our ancestors, of the higher realms, of creator and spirit. And we start, balancing things out. Then we start using that to cut away some fears and they see that's what you've been doing. And there's really no disappointment by anyone in the spirit world. And I feel like they just want to mention that because they're like, we have no expectations. There's no wrong. So how can we not be proud? How can we ever be disappointed because we don't expect, you know, um, anything because they already see you as perfect. We're just wandering around the mountain of perfection of who we are, and the ancestors are enjoying us on the journey going, "This is beautiful. This is wonderful," you know? Um, and so I like that. So that's what's coming in for you. I like it, I like it. So many blessings to you again. Thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And I think that was it for my donations for now. So, zoom, zoom, zoom. We are zooming back up, and the real Summer J, Hadisa, aka. Nice to see you as well. Glad you're here and receiving those blessings. Thank you for that. And you want to get some information about your future life, anything around jobs, kid, money, yourself, whatever they want you to know right now. So let's take a look here and see. What do they want you to know about your life coming up here? All right. All right. So we do have here, you've got the judgment card coming in here, which this is your higher self pulling you out of your coffin here, out of kind of this stagnancy, maybe this feeling of stuckness. And they're like, come on, we're going for a ride. And so I like this because you're about to have a little shakeup in your life in a positive way. You got the Seven of Cups. There's like, we know you got all these emotional, desires and all these cups that you want to have filled in your life. And of course, here with the, if I can zero in, we've got the Two of Cups here, which is important relationships and love that we're looking for, right? And they're like, we know you got your eye on love first. Um, so it's like your spirit guides are saying what's important here is to look at the Eight of Swords, and this is all of your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are rooted in fear of rejection, fear of doing the wrong thing, fear of losing love. And it's your own thoughts that have blinded you, that keep you feeling caged and bound. But this Eight of Swords is great because it's about flow. It is this opening up and this realization. And I feel like they're wanting you to know, that when you have And I feel like all these cups are jobs, kids, money, husband, myself, blah, blah, blah. There's all these areas that you're focused on of these things have to be a certain way. And this is what they're having being challenged and looking at that. Does it? And when we try to control all these things, we definitely feel out of control, right? That's the big thing that comes in when we're feeling like there's this long list of stuff that each of those has to be in order for us to be lovable and acceptable and successful and not be rejected and blah blah blah, all these fears we have. That's why this list is created, is we remove that list and we tell the universe, I would like jobs, a certain type of job, kids, I'd like a certain amount of money, and a partner in life, and this is who what I would like to be. And it's like, so you know what I want? And here, I know I'm going to trust you to bring me the perfect persons, the perfect way, in the perfect timing. And when we let go of so much, that's what this Eight of Swords is letting go so much of all of these rules, because we restrict the universe when we go, no, it has to be this, 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 this. And that's usually, they say, this is on back order for 1,000 years. If you want it in this lifetime, we need to let go of some of this. We need to clear away some of this and trust the universe knows us even better than we know ourselves. And they're going to bring things to us in the perfect way, in the perfect timing, and the perfect people into our life too. So I feel like they're kind of wanting you to just be aware and question, why do I want all these things to be a certain way? And realizing that, oh, this was given to me. This was conditioned to want all of these certain things a certain way, instead of going, you know what? Let me focus in on my joy and my gratitude and getting to know my true self, connecting higher to my heart. And then I start to see things so differently from a place of gratitude and fullness than from a place of lack. And it does change everything. If you haven't checked out my Take 10 with Zen playlist series, there's a lot of good, helpful tools in there. Or I also have my U times two video series that's free. It's playlists are linked on my main page. Those types of things help us see things from that higher perspective, which I feel like they're nudging you toward. So that's what's coming in, Summer J. Boom, and many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. All right. So up next, we've got Aditi. You are the next free reading, and you want to know, how can you remove blockages in your love life? All right, let's see, what advice does Spirit have for you here? All right. Yeah, well, we can see here because you got the 10 of Pentacles, which this does represent the fullness of life, right? Usually there is two people with a child and a dog and an old man and a palace and coins, showing the fullness of what we believe the fullness of life is to be, right? And like, yeah, that's what I want. And the Queen of Wands shows stepping into our power. She, rules over the fire, over the wand's energy, but all the queens are given a second portion of water, which allows her to connect to the spirit realm, trusting her gut, but also diving deep into the subconscious caverns of our life, right? And you know, um, when we realize, there's this empowerment that comes in with this queen, because whatever she puts her energy towards expands. And if you feel like you have these blockages in your love life, these blockages that are keeping things away, that's what's happening down here. Are any kind of force fields that are happening are all controlled by our subconscious, because consciously we're like, I want love, I want abundance, I want all this stuff, and we're like, why is this wall up, this invisible wall that's keeping everything out, right? And it's our inner child. If you check out my Take 10 with Zen episode 4 and 5, it talks about what we're doing energetically we may not be aware of that keeps things away. Like if I'm focusing on that I'm missing things in my love life, then I'm telling the universe, I really enjoy missing things in my love life. Can I have more missingness, please? We can change that, right? And that video talks about it. The other one talks about the subconscious, and we have this out of balance giving and receiving with the Six of Pentacle energy, where when we were younger, 7 years old and younger, usually we had someone in our life that was important that we gave so much to and got so little from, that that's what we were trained, and that's what our inner child took as a fair rate of exchange. 1,000 love coins I give to give one back. Seems fair. Goes into our subconscious. It's running down there on autopilot. And that's something that we can look at and transform. So check out those if you haven't. If you have, check them out again, because if you feel like there's this block, those two things they're 10 minutes or less in those videos, but they give you a couple tools to help you transform things. So I like it for you. So be sure to check that out. You have the power. All right. So many blessings, Aditi. And oops, let me continue. Come on. There it goes. Mouse gone wild. It was acting weird. All right. All right. So we are to Sajal Faliskar. So thank you. And my apologies if I totally murdered your name. Thank you for being a new subscriber. Welcome to the Soul family. We got a great group of people here with huge hearts and great senses of humor. So welcome. And you want to know John's current feelings for you. All right. Let's take a look here and see what's going on with Mr. John. Look, I made a rhyme. All right. Well, we do have there the Page of Cups is this higher love, this newer type of love that they haven't felt before. And I like that. They really have changed over time here. The Emperor, too, the Emperor energy is like new beginnings, fiery Aries energy. And it is this place that they're in where I feel like they have a lot of people, like an emperor has a lot of advisors advising him who they should love, who they should, what they should do with their kingdom, blah, 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 right? But the emperor is this empowerment that there's this rising within him that they are like, you know what? I hear everyone, but everyone needs to clear the throne room. I'm going to make the decision for my life. And I feel like they're stepping into that. That's why I feel like there's this it's this love, this emotion they have for you because they haven't felt it before. They just feel like there's this uh, courage to step up, going, I don't want to lose this. And all these people, maybe not all these people, but there's all these beliefs and mindsets they've had all their entire life that they're like, I'm going to be who I want to be and I want to do what I want to do. So I like this. There is this, like I said, they're stepping into their power to take action and they're forming actions around what they're wanting to do right now. So it's I feel like you're going to get contact from them and that they're going to be like, hey, they're going to step up and kind of initiate something. I feel with this energy that's coming in. So I like it for you, Sajal. So many blessings to you. And again, welcome. Thank you for being a subscriber. All right. And Cutie, you are up next. Hello, hello. So your future spouse. Let's take a look here. You are very welcome. Let's take a look and see. Let's take another quick sip here. What do they want you to know about your future spouse here? Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, you do have a future spouse. And I like this because you've got the Ace of Cups. Wow. It's a new love that you haven't had before. And it's because you're not the same as you were before. Your self love has been increasing. And the more that you work on raising your love vibration and your self love, the more this comes in and the faster that they come towards you here. But it's a new love where it feels so full and overflowing. And it has a lot to do with the work that you're doing on your own heart because we can't love others more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than we love ourselves. And so as you've been expanding this, the love that comes in is also because they have been working on that. They're able to give, because if you have like this huge pipeline of I can receive so much love now from the humans too, and it's like drip, you're like, seriously, you want someone who can flood the love like you can flood it, right? And I like that. I feel like this is because they've identified their self-love, you have it too. 10 of Pentacles is what was telling me here, as I was just saying a moment ago. Usually there's a couple on there with a child and a dog and a grandparent and a palace and money. It's the fullness of life. And they're like, yeah, very solid feeling. And again, I feel like they are solid in the outside world, but a lot of this feeling of abundance also comes because of the love that you guys have for yourselves and for each other. It does make this feeling of I've got everything I've ever wanted in the outside world, and it feels very full. I like that. You got the world card victory, but it is also ending of old cycles and beginning of new cycles. And so I like this again with this, both the Ace of Cups and the World card coming in. Talk of endings and beginnings. Talk about the old love, the old stuff I wanted, the blah blah blah, putting it to bed, putting it to rest. And there's this new excitement, this new way of looking at love and life that comes in here. And I like them because they do have a different view of the world that really excites you, intrigues you. I feel like they like to travel and see the world too, which has given them this perspective of being more open minded because they're not so um, stubborn in, well, this is our beliefs because they've traveled so much. I feel like it's part of their both their job and their um passion of life is to visit and see things, architecture in different places. So I really like it for you, and that's what's coming in, cutie. So many, many blessings to you. Enjoy that. The more you work on your inner love, the faster it comes. Because lower vibration weighs us down, higher vibration love speeds things up. So if we're like, when are they going to be coming? It's like totally up to you and totally up to them. That I feel like they are working on their self love, and if you are doing the same, that speeds things up, right? Where if we just kind of drag our feet, then it also drags us meeting them, right? So I like that it's a lot of it's in your hands, on how soon you guys will meet. So many blessings to you. All right, and we'll continue moving down the list here. So, Shravani Nagosi, hello, hello. So, do you really have to move on from Sahil? You don't have to, but if you want to be happy, I'm just kidding. We'll take a look here. What else do you have here? Sometimes your heart says that everything will be fine between you in upcoming days. So you don't know what to do. Wait or move from the connection, no contact. All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit recommends for you for your highest experience and your highest joy in life. Yeah. You got the conflicting heart and mind, a lot of mental and communication conflict between the two of you. Eight of Swords is movement. It's becoming aware of your own thoughts, your own beliefs, your own mindsets that have kept you blinded and bound and trapped. But the Eight of Swords is a flowing movement, right? And so, with all of this, there's a lot of fear, a lot of conflict that happened. It feels here a lot of inner conflict or even external conflict. But the Eight of Swords is this flow. If you think of four on each side, it's a flow. The Eight of Cups, even, is leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you and move forward. The Eight of Swords is leave behind thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you and move forward. So there is this forward movement. And so Spirit is saying, there was a lot of conflict, a lot of pain, that was, from fear that existed in the relationship, and it's good to learn from it and reflect on it, but going back to it, they're like, it's they are not moving forward. And so when you do what you've always done, you're going to keep getting what you've always got. And that's what they're going to have, happen in their life. But I feel like your spirit guides are saying that you can glean and learn from this and move forward, realizing just taking ownership of what you wanted to see in the relationship and taking the blinders off and seeing it clearly so that you can move forward into something that is more in alignment with your heart and where you want to head. That's going backwards. That's going back into chains. I just feel like you have to walk on eggshells, that you're constantly in fears of them leaving. Um, Before, it's like, well, that was almost like a threat that was always there, either spoken or um and like intended, of if you don't do what I want to do, I'm out. If you don't do what I'm out, and it's like you deserve so much more than that. So I like this freedom, but you can definitely look and see what you've learned about yourself through it, because they were the perfect mirror, the stepping stone for you in moving forward in your life. So that's what's coming through, Shrawani. So many blessings to you. Okay, hang in there. All right. And then soul searching vibe, you are up next. So October month. Wow, I know. Can you believe we're halfway through September, almost to October? I don't know where. I think I said this all last year. Just what happened? And here we are, almost toward the end of another year. Yikes. But it's all right. Time is time. All right. So October month for you here. Well, you definitely have this balancing of your heart and mind coming in October. Queen of Swords rules, co-rules, over swords with the king, but all the queens are given a second portion of water, which is cups. So she's balancing her heart and her mind, the air with the water, and the Knight of Cups is this pursuit of higher love. It's also this movement of emotion that happens. So I feel like October is a month where your mind is figuring things out. Like your heart and your mind are getting together and they're having a little conference over some coffee. And they're sitting there, or some tea, whatever they prefer, right? And they're chatting about, what do I want in life? Well, let me tell you. It's like your mind is giving your heart an opportunity to speak in October about what it wants in life. And it's like, wow, I'm glad you've asked, because the mind has been keeping them, the heart is a silent partner for quite a while. And now it's allowing your heart to speak in October. Something is spawning it, because there is this new quest. And that's what knights do. Knights quest at behest of the queen. The queen goes like Christopher Columbus, the queen, I think it was the queen of Spain, right? I want you to go discover a new land, and I want you to go here. Boom. And then the knight goes off on the quest to bring back to the queen what she wants, and the queen wants new love. She wants higher love. She wants different love. So October is a month of both inner search for higher love, inward and upward of the Ace of Cups chalice that we are, but also it's this movement and this um, transformation, I feel, of the outside world emotionally for you too. Very positive things. And it's like, well, you're soul searching vibes. So obviously you do soul searching. And this inner love, it just feels like it goes to another level in your self love, and it impacts things in the outside world. So it's like your mind goes into this higher place. Like Queen of Swords has the Ace of Swords. She has like an upgrade in her thinking, which brings an upgrade in the self love, which then fills and overflows out into the outside world too, and transforms how you perceive things and think about things and feel about things too. So I like this. It feels like very much an upgrade type of month that's coming in. So beautiful, beautiful. And that's what they have for you right now. We'll see more about what that is, I'm sure. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Nushri, you are up next and you'd like a general reading. Or Anusri. I apologize for mispronouncing that. I'm sure I am. And let's take a look here. So, general reading. Well, you definitely have some thinking going on here, right? Because the Two of Swords has you kind of at this um, crossroads where, or a fork in the road more than crossroads. And you're like, which way do I want to go? And you have the King of Swords who not only co-rules with the Queen of Swords over thought and belief and mindset, but all the kings are given a second portion of air, so they're the master of thought and thinking. So really seeing things from a higher perspective is important with this, but the Two of Swords also shows you here with whatever you're encountering, one, try to see it from a higher perspective, a place from outside of fear. If you can, take deep breaths, step away from things, see it from a different, if you can get out into nature, somewhere where you can get away from all the noise so you can really zero in on, okay, what's really going on here outside of fear and all the noise. Okay. And then close your eyes and open your heart. That helps you get out of your mind and it balances things out so you can see the choice. I feel like spirit is saying that whatever choice is coming up that you have to make, the clarity is important. So stepping away from it allows you to see things more clearly. And if you don't have all the answers, you if like you're unsure then even after all that of which decision to make, just know that it's because you don't have all the information that you need. And so if someone's pushing you for a yes or no answer, the answer is no. No, I don't have enough information. And they're like, whoa, whoa, wait, wait. Well, take more time then, because they want you to say yes. They will give you more time if you feel pressure. But I like if you don't know all, if it's not very obvious, it's like a heck yeah or a heck no. It's going to be that clear for you once you have all the information that you need. And if you don't know what decision to make, it's because you don't have enough information yet. You can definitely connect higher. I'll ask Spirit to show you what you need to see to make the decision. They will bring it for you, but they won't meddle unless you ask them for help. So they honor your free will. But if you're like, all right, I just don't have enough, little help, please, and they will bring it for you. So I like that for you. So that's what they have for you, Nusri. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. All right, Pinky, you are up next. So who's in love with you? All right, well, let's take a look here and see who does Spirit want you to know who is in love with you. All right. All right. Well, you definitely have someone. It's a newer person, though, that's come into your life here. We've got the Ace of Cups, which does represent like a new love. And the Justice card, um, I feel like it's someone who works in kind of a justice type of system. So that can be police officer, could be someone who works in court, a judge, someone who works in the justice system that brings justice, right? Could be lawyers. I know what, um, because they do help. They work in the justice system, right? Sorry, I got to adjust here. um, but yeah, I definitely feel like it's someone that works in that type of system. Could even be in government, uh, depending on countries, of course. But usually, it's the people in government that are making decisions, creating the laws. So it can be someone who's in that kind of justice system, I feel, anyone related into any of those. So if that helps, they're kind of giving you like, yeah, there's someone there. So there you go. That's what they have for you right now, Pinky. So I feel like it's fairly new though. So it's a fairly new um situation. So there we go. Excuse me, let's get another sip here. All right. So doll face diva, you're up next. Need like a general for the week. Let's see, what does spirit want you to know? Ooh-hoo-hoo. Well, lovers could be this, but I feel like with this combination, it's more choice. So sorry, I know. What? Oh, what a letdown. But it's okay. It can mean a significant friendship, partnership, or relationship of some kind coming in. But it's more so the general for the week is that you have so much opportunity to step into your power of emotional choice and energetic choice. Two of wands, this is like the two of cups does represent, it's the major arcana of emotional choice. So you definitely have some significant opportunities with emotional decisions, but the two of wands does talk about well, both of them talk about every moment is a choice that we're making. Mental, like what story am I putting to things? Emotional, so that's the big one. Of I get to choose what emotion I want to feel with whatever's happening in the moment. Energetically is the two of wands. I get to choose where I'm investing my energy. Am I focusing my energy on gratitude and joy and unconditional love and happiness and what I love in my life, or am I focusing on what I feel I'm missing, what I hate, what I fear will leave my life or come in? Well, whatever I'm focusing my energy on is what comes in. There's neither right or wrong. We also are, of course, making our physical choices in the outside world too. And so it's about empowerment this next week, choosing the emotions and the intentions and seeing how it impacts your life in each moment because there's no, like I said, no right or wrong. They just bring you different experiences. If we choose lower vibrational energies that are rooted in fear, that sounds like supposed to, should, need to, have to, must. Those are rules. Those are rooted in fear. Or is it freedom and limitlessness and powerfulness that's coming in? Those are the experiences. And we can choose either one. We come down here to experience lower vibrations like this giant tapestry, right? We are this light being, but experiencing the shadowy side, we then get to see this design that we are here, where we wouldn't see it had we not experienced it. It would just be one big white beige. I guess in this case it's beige. But because of experiencing the lower vibrational energy, we're able to really see who we are. And but when we're done uh, feeling though the lower vibration, we can choose the higher. And I feel like this week is a week that focuses in on your ability to learn how powerful you are with that. So that's what's coming in, Dollface Diva. So many blessings to you. That's what they have. And then JJJ, you'll be the next free reading coming up here. All right. There we go. Sorry, lost my place. So you're not able to figure out the answer to this question. You want to know the real answer from spirit. So you want to know if BMI likes V or S? Is that the question? I know I really need to work on clarifying your questions because what's the real question you want to ask spirit? Does BMI, and I know there's probably a language barrier, so my apologies for not maybe understanding it the way you're wanting. So, does BMI like, I feel like the comma's there on purpose. So, does BMI like V or S? So, let's take a look here. That's V, that's S. So, V, I have the magician, which is masculine, divine masculine energy moving forward, passion, um, magic that's there, right? And then S feels like no with the death card. So if that is your question, is it V or S? Then I definitely would show here that it feels like they like the V more than the S here, because it just feels like this is a dead end. This is like something that's a spark of magic instead. So that's what's coming in, JJJ. If that's not your question, just ask a clarifying question down below, and I will answer that if I get down to that. All right. So many blessings to you, and then Smooth Life, you are up next, and you like to know about your love life. You're single, so what does Spirit want you to know about love, love, love right now? All right. So I do want this one and this one. Wow. Well, you do have a full life of abundance coming your way here. So I like this energy. I mean, you've got the Sun card, which is one of the most abundant, full, overflowing um, cards. And the Ten of Pentacles is like, I'm sorry, this is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles. I thought the 10, I'm like, oh my gosh. But it is abundance. I felt like it was the 10 for some reason, but, so I think that's just this overwhelming, abundant feeling here. I do feel here you're gonna have 2 with 2 of Pentacles is like 2 opportunities for love that come, into your life here. With the Sun card, um, that represents like Leo energy, fun, and I don't know, I had someone similar to this yesterday. I don't know if this was you, it'd be freaky if it was, but what I'm getting with it all is that you have 2 individuals, one person who is so serious and so, all right, we've got, you know, all of the on paper, they look great and but very serious. It's all about seriousness. And then you have this sun, Leo sun energy, which they could be very well be a fire sign because Aries, Leo, and Sagittarians have this very childlike wonder and awe and excitement and energy of enjoying life and going on these adventures and these journeys, which may look irresponsible in some individuals' eyes, but they're not. They're like living life and they're enjoying it because like, what are we waiting for to enjoy life, to die? And this other person, the other, like you have 2 pentacles, right? And I feel like this is gonna be very soon. And you're like, "Really? I go from 0 to 2?" But you're like, "There's such opposites that, come in here, and you have the choice between the 2. Do I want stability and yeah, 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 or do I want excitement and fun and this enjoyment and this adventure?" And obviously, um, I'm putting emphasis on the sun because I feel like that's what spirit is coming through going, you know, um, security is fun in its own way. It's like sometimes we do just want security, and there's no wrong choice. It's just I feel like they're encouraging you to. You came here for adventure. Choose this what appears to be unstable in the first. You know, they're like, wow, they don't care. They're just going to go. They want to go do this, but they don't care about making sure the 401k is up to, $500,000, or, you know, this other person's all about work and this and scrimping and making sure for the future. But what if the future never comes? There's a good balance in between. But this other individual, even though on the outside they feel unstable, you don't know everything about them and you don't realize, oh, well, they are taking care of themselves. They're just not overly doing it because they're enjoying now as well. So if that makes sense. But that's what's coming in, Smooth Life. So I like it for you. So many blessings. All right. And then we got started getting down here where there's conversations. Let me just make sure I'm not skipping over anyone here. All right. So, Crystal Pickett, hello, hello. So, how does Johnny feel about you? Does he want to reconnect? Why did he ask, your sister for oh, why did he hit up your sister for a Facebook friend request? Alright, so how does Johnny feel about you? Does he wanna reconnect? Okay, and then why did he ask your sister? So, card for each. So the Page of Pentacles here, does he want to reconnect? Page of Pentacles is a new opportunity in the outside world. I feel like they want to connect, but the Page of Pentacles, it doesn't feel like I want to reconnect, like relationship, not in the same way before. It just feels like a new way of connecting, a new opportunity in the outside world. And because for your sister, got the Four of Pentacles, which is about a stable foundation in the outside world. I just feel like, in a way, they miss the feeling of home that you guys brought. And even though they're like, I can't, have this deep reconnection in a way that I had before, they still want it's like they want the benefit of this feeling of home without, um, all the, conditions of before. I just feel like whatever was going on inside their head, they feel trapped, they feel always in fear of disappointing. Has so much to do with how they were raised and what was going on with them, that they're just like, they felt like, I can't be who you need me to be. I can't live up to your idea of who I think you think I should be. You might not even have said anything, but it didn't matter. It was all in here anyway. And so they love the feeling of home that you guys bring, both your sister and you, and maybe a rest of your family. They felt like they didn't have a sense of a healthy home when they were younger, but they felt that around your family, and I feel like they want that, but they can't uh, handle this fear of not living up to what they think you want from them, which is this long list of supposed to, shoulds, need tos, and have tos, and musts that came from, like, their past, right? Like I said, could have done nothing with you, and you're like, "What? I didn't feel this. I never asked them of anything or should tell them I was disappointed. Didn't matter." And here there was this whole story going on. So that's what's coming in for you there, Crystal Pickett. So many blessings to you. Right, and then Janice Kath, you will be up next. After I jump down, I have a donation, so I will be back. Thank you so much, Holly, for your donation. Appreciate you. And what's coming up for you in love? Let's take a look here. So, what does Spirit want you to know about love, love, love? All right, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then these two there. All right, let's see what we got here. It's like a little puzzle. Oh, geez. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, the the end of the story is great. Let me just show you because the first card that came out like this, which is Seven of Pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is a fruit. And I'm like, yay! We always love the waiting game, but it always is always happening on purpose for us, right? We don't want to do what we've always did and get what we always got. Spirit slows things down so we stop drawing in the devil, right? You're like, "I know it's bad." It's great. It's just and it's happening for you, and it allows us to cut away. It's like we're in this hot air balloon with all these sandbags that keeps our love down, and then we have all these critters that come in, they come in and you're just like, these, lower vibrational experiences because we're in this lower vibrational part of our life because our we have so many weighted bags that were added to our hot air balloon as it inflated. We are like, we're not going anywhere. And we're like, yeah, all these, sandbags, right? But, um, as it slows down, it keeps these people from coming towards you with you low to the ground, and you are cutting away sandbags, part of the inner journey, cutting away the sandbags, letting go of old mindsets that no longer serve you around love, you know, old emotions and relationships that with even people that not romantic, but just people that are draining energy, that you're investing so much energy and not getting, you know, you're giving 90% and they're consistently giving 10, right? And so there's able, you know, for this thing to move up, this thing to move up, it's cutting away all these things and it allows you to go higher. Then things speed up again and they allow you to draw in this higher vibrational experiences, right? Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So we've got that because then I was like, "Oh, geez," because you got the temperance card too, which is patience, patience. It's like, "Oh my gosh." And then the suspended, the cocoon, the transformation, 3 patience cards, 3 allowing things to take time, allowing this. And as I was saying, you know, with this inner journey, you've got the hermit card, which is about your inward and upward journey, connecting with spirit, allowing them to guide you and to clear things away, right? Because you also had the nine of swords. So the two nines, this hermit card is nine in the standard, you know, that's what their major arcana number is, which the nine of swords also, with these coming out beside each other, yeah, dropping your nine of swords. These are your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, the fears, all this conditioning that we have around love, right? As I drop everything, but so the nine of swords is like the insomnia nightmare card because it's like we have all these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos, all this uh opinion we've been given all our lives around who we're supposed to be in a relationship, who they're supposed to be, what a relationship is supposed to be, how we're supposed to meet, how it's supposed to proceed, where it's supposed to end up, all these supposed to, right? The shoulds. We're shitting on ourselves all the time because of all this stuff that's in our mind. Nine of swords are our mind, it's our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets. But I love the nine because you're in this hermit's journey and you're cutting away all of these restrictive thoughts and beliefs that have been keeping you caged for so long to allow you the freedom to feel the self love, because that's what's happening. Your self love is raising through this hermit's journey. And then it allows you to have something more in alignment instead of what we've did and what we got. We get to do something new and have a whole new experience. And I like all of this as we were coming in here because like I said, the story ends good. It's beautiful, right? There is this King of Pentacles, which one we learn a whole new way of looking at our worth in relationship to the outside world, but it's also the sign of abundance and fullness. So it's worth it to go through this cocoon journey. Yeah, and you do deserve to be loved unconditionally and to be loved fully. And it starts with you loving yourself, right? That's where this self-worth comes in. The King of Pentacles, they go through this whole journey of the Pentacles, which is the journey of worth. And they realize when they looked outside of themselves for their self-worth, that that's actually retail price out there, which fluctuating, and you end up on the Kmart blue light special clearance rack or donated to Goodwill. It's like, wow, we learn to find the unconditional love, the full love inside of us, because this is the love we're looking for, inward and upward. And when we have this beautiful, full love, then we fill up and overflow, and our whole view of the outside world changes too, because instead of it falling short all the time, uh, because it can't give us what we're looking for on the inside, it transforms. And we see the outside world as above and beyond extra. So we go from lack to overflowing abundance, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I definitely understand that. And what's great is that you can, um, comment or, like a timestamp or something, and you can always come back and re-listen to this too, because of course, when we're in the midst of the emotions, yeah, it's sometimes it's like, um, we'll hear different things when we read something later or watch something later too. So there might be more to come back to. But it's true. It's how we're so disappointed in the outside world, and um, we it's our journey where the big thing of the King of Pentacles is we're taught to look outside of ourselves for our stability, but all we find is unstable things. Relationships, people change, people pass away, people walk away, right? Situations, jobs, and education never stay the same. Things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen. Our whole journey, we realize that we're taught, look for your definition out here, look for your love out here. And it all falls short because what we're looking for, what our heart is hungry for, is like this 10-course meal with two desserts, right? And we go and look in the outside world, and all we find in the outside world is dessert shops that offer third dessert, fourth dessert, fifth dessert, and we're like, "Where is the meal?" Our heart is hungry, it wants the meal, but it can't find it. All it finds is these little dessert, places all over the place. So the world is like falling short, and we can't survive on desserts for long. Our heart may enjoy the dessert for a moment, but then it's like, "I'm hungry." And so we eventually turn inward and upward. And that's where we find the 10-course meal, the unconditional eternal love of the spirit world. And we're like, finally, I found the 10-course meal and two desserts. That doesn't make us not want the dessert of the outside world, because we can always make room for more dessert. So, but we're full, and then we don't see the world as falling short anymore because we found the meal inside, and then we don't need the desserts, but we can want it. And then it's like, all right, then we find it. But when we expect them to be the 10-course meal, they're always going to fall short. And then so it transforms. We see it as above and beyond extra. And imagine a relationship of like, I don't need you, but I want you. And everything you give me is above and beyond extra, and I'm grateful for. Whereas before, they're like, here's a little piece of chocolate. And you're like, really? This is all you can give me? Instead, we're like full, and we're like, why, thank you. I appreciate that. So delicious. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. It's totally different relationship, right? And there's this fullness that comes in. And then if someone goes, you know what, I'm not going to give you seventh dessert, you're like, "Phew, that's okay, I was full anyway, thank you." We're not like devastated that they're not going to give us seventh dessert, right? So I like this, that spirit is showing you here, they're slowing things down for you to release all of the stuff that we're taught, that the outside world, here's all the 9 places that you're gonna find your meal at, and we go, "Okay," and we go out and we visit each one, and they're like, "That one, that was a tire shop, they don't even serve food. Why did you tell me I was gonna get, fulfillment there?" And then the other one, is a clothing shop, and I'm like, "They don't even serve food. How I'm gonna eat the sweater? What?" We're so we realize the lies, the misinformation that we've been given for the outside world, right? So I love all this though, because that's how it ends up. You find your wholeness within, and then you meet this wonderful person who's also full, because you're going to be, instead of drawing in a mirror showing you, you know, what you wanted to see about yourself, of like, oh, I see how someone that will always show us how we're falling short, because we feel like we're falling short on the inside. But once we fill up on the inside, we're like, wow, we draw in a mirror that shows us how full we are. And we draw in someone, like you're saying, someone who also loves themselves unconditionally, loves themselves fully. Because one of the big things that spirit tells us is Self-love is the key. We cannot love others more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So if we're with someone that we don't feel can give us love, it's probably because they don't love themselves. And we're like, okay, I get it. You know, we all are going through that journey. As humans, we kind of start off all these barriers between us and loving ourselves, right? That we work through. So, yeah, yeah, absolutely. After you connect with your higher love, and then you can even look at it that you're not needing to heal. It's like Rumi says, we don't need to become anything else. We don't need to find love. We just discover the barriers that we created between us and realizing we are love. And we connect with that, and then we're like, wow. Then we draw in, individuals that are more in alignment with that. But in the meantime, it's like slow down so that we don't keep drawing in the same mirror. Like I had 5 relationships. It was pretty much the same mirror trying to show me what I wanted to see about myself until I saw it. And then, I had a period of slow where they're like, okay, can we reflect and look and let's see what you were wanting to see. And then freedom came after that. So I love it. So I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it for you, Holly. So hang in there, my dear. Um, the partner you're looking for is not me. I'm saying is inside you. You are the perfect person that you're looking for. You don't need to cheat on yourself with others. Create this loving relationship with yourself, and then that gets reflected into the outside world, and you find someone who also loves themselves and is able to give and receive love as well. So I like it. So try not to, you know, be too mad at the ex, the fresh new ex, or all the exes. Eventually, you'll see them as going, oh, okay, I see what they don't love themselves. How could they ever love me? They don't even, when we love ourselves this much, no matter how much love they want to put out there, all you get is drip, drip, drip. And no matter how much love you give them, all they can receive is drip, drip until they expand their self love. And that's all of us, right? So hang in there, my dear. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And you got this. You got this. Holly, Holly. All right. Many blessings. All right. So, Janice Kath, you are up. So, you want to know, are you going to see how are you going to feel in your new job in the long term? All right. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here. Let me flip these cards and shuffle real quick. And I'm going to be on for about 10 more minutes. I'm going to see how many free readings I'm able to get to. And then I'm going to be heading over to my Praying Mantis session with my Praying Mantis members. So if you'd like to join as a YouTube member, it's $7.99 a month for the Praying Mantis. You get access to all the free reading sessions that I have after these sessions on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning, and Friday and Saturday night. Plus, I also have a Thursday night Q&A with my Praying Mantis members for a couple hours where we talk about things of spirit and answer questions about myself, and we pull past life readings, do all sorts of stuff, talk about astrology. It's 2 hours of just chatting about things. So if you want to do that, plus you get advanced access to my Moon Day Mondays, my Take 10 with Zen, and my pick a card readings as well. So if you're interested in that, all that information is down below. All right. So, Janice, how are you going to feel about it? Well, I feel like the King of Cups comes into play here, which the kings all roll over their suit of emotion, but all of them are given a second portion of air, which is balancing of heart and mind. And with the Judgment card, like this is your higher self, and here is like your higher self raising your human from the dead out of the coffins, right? So I kind of feel like here, Janice, that there's this you have this joy for a while in this new job, but in the long term, I feel like you feel like it's dead end again. And the reason why it's um I feel like you're not pursuing something that makes your heart sing, that makes your heart feel full. Feel like you are kind of doing the mind, like this is what I feel I need to do for my mind, we all do that, right? We're given this long list of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos, and well, I got bills to pay, I got to do this, got to be responsible, blah 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 blah, right? All this stuff needs to happen. I need all this stuff. There's all this mighty checklist to check off, right? But the thing about that is existing. That's not living. And I feel like that's what that judgment card is like I'm in a coffin existing, but it's like eventually your higher self is trying to get you to rise from the dead and live life and pursue something that's more in alignment with your heart, makes your heart sing, makes your heart feel full. And I feel like that's what long term comes in here. It's like, yeah, I don't feel like you make it long term. I feel like um, you enjoy the job, you enjoy the learning, you enjoy uh, this new opportunity, but then it just gets I boring. Yeah, because you wake up in the morning if you wake up in the morning going, "Oh, great, I get to go live my dream today." It's not your dream, it's a dream someone gave you, right? But if you wake up in the morning all like, "Oh my gosh," wake up before the alarm. The other way, you hit the snooze alarm 15 times. This other way, you're like, "Woohoo, I'm gonna head off and can't wait to live my dream," today. That's the difference, between the 2. So that's what I feel will unfold here, Janice. So that is what they have for you. It's exciting though, because now you get to start to look at yeah, right? Sorry, I didn't see you commenting. Ooh, yeah, 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 so if your music makes your heart sing, yeah, definitely that feels more, yeah, I like that. I that feels more you, so I like that. All right, you are very welcome. All right, Shloka Sancher, you are up next. So Taurus's next action towards me. Will they make the first move? All right, let's take a look here, see what the spirit wants you to know here. You know, I don't feel like it's gonna be like soon, because we've got this Eight of Swords, which has to do with their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that kind of keeping the bird caged here, and the Seven of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight out of I mean not knight, it's the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, but they did show me the King of Pentacles in my head because I was like, "Why am I saying that? This is not the King of I mean, the Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight." It's like it's slow moving, right? We got the Ten of Pentacles, which I feel this is more related to the Eight of Swords because these are their thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and fears around partnership and fullness of life and what does all this mean and afraid of failure and this it feels like they're very slow moving because they've got a lot of insecurities around what stability in the outside world looks like. Taurus energy, very grounded, very earthy, and ruled by Venus. So I feel like they have a lot of strong, you know, tight beliefs around what love should be, how it should unfold. Very methodical. And there's like this long list of things that have to happen first before they feel they're allowed to make the first move. I got to have all the stuff in place to be ready for that love. So I just feel like it's, kind of going to be a while. So sorry, Shloka. But that's what's coming in right now for you. So hang in there. or don't and move on to other things if it's like, oh, not another sleeper. Anyway, all right. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. Kritika Malhotra. Hello, hello. So, did your crush, Arnav, ever like you or was it in your head? Oh, let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know about them here? You know, I feel here, I mean, we got the Justice card, which is the cutting away and the balancing of our fears and mindsets, and, um, I kind of feel like they're going, "Well," for them, their likiness. 7 of Wands is so much about, them standing on a hill, being seen, and it's they've got this energy that comes in. It's very lower vibrational fire sign energy, which is I want to be seen, I want attention. And so they like a lot of people because they feel that they like them. And it just has to do with this um energy they have of needing to be loved. I mean, they're so wanting to be loved and to have attention because of they didn't get a lot of that earlier, and so they're hungry for it. So I don't feel like they had a crush on you like you did them, but it's because they don't like themselves. That's why they're looking for so much attention from the outside world, is because they don't have a whole lot of self-love. So they didn't have the capacity, and not that they didn't, um, it's like they can't like anyone because they don't like themselves. They can't have love and, feelings for others because they don't. Even though it looks like, "Hey, everybody, I love myself and I'm wonderful," it's boasting. It's this no, they really don't. They're trying to convince themselves. So, truly, it wasn't you, it was them in this situation. So, that's what's coming in for you, Kritika. Just know that there's such an emptiness inside of them. That's why they were trying to find so much attention in the outside world, and that's why they're like, "Hey, look at me," and it's really not. So that's what's coming in. So hang in there, my dear. All right. All right, everyone. I'm going to be headed out of here in a moment, but let me see here. How many do I have left here? Got Angelique and Vidi. Hello, Vidi, and Nea, and Kimberly, and Crystal, and Shushin. Yeah, I think I have enough here that I am going to come back on after I go to my praying mantis session and after I eat, because I haven't eaten yet today, and so I don't want my energy to wane. So it'll be a few hours, but I will come back on for those of you for the free readings that I did not complete. I'm just going to take some screenshots here, and I shall pop back on. It'll just be a session where no one can chat. I'm just going to come in and I'll complete the free readings that I haven't. And let me just scroll a little more here. All right, let's see here. Okay, yeah, there's some more down here. Let me grab these. All right. Just make sure I have everyone's. So, yeah, so Naya, I didn't quite get to you. You were a few away, but I am going to be heading off over to my praying mantis session, and then I shall return because I do want to complete as many free readings as I can. And Saturdays are a busy day, so I do want to do that to you. Yeah, thank you, Jennifer. I sure will. I will. And if you guys haven't checked out, if you want to have something to do while you're waiting, I do have my Moon Day Monday videos that talk about the energy of the week. Also, my Take 10 with Zen, which is about connecting to the spirit world and to ourselves, and answer questions for my subscribers. And then I also have a weekly pick a card reading, which This one was about the Virgo new moon. Some great pick of cards around what can be changed or transformed about my daily routine or about my routine. And if you haven't checked out my giveaway video, I have monthly giveaways. This playlist, you can look at the most recent video, and that will show you how you can get into one of the three drawings for the end of the month. And then also, I had 50% off of my personal recorded readings, my Hedges of Peace and Love, and my Wish Upon a Star Astro readings. If you want to know any about any of those things, just check out the description box of the video. For the free readings that I didn't get to, I will, like I said, I'll have a separate video that I'll come in and do a live. There won't be a chat. I just come in, complete those. Then on this video, I will post a comment with a link to it and pin it. So if you have subscribed to my channel and you have your notification set into all, you should get notified of the new video coming out as well. So that is what I have right now, everybody. Thank you again so much for all your patience, your love, your support, all the thumbs up. That does show me and YouTube that you're enjoying the content, and it does help spread the Zen love. So thank you guys so much for doing it. It's something that everyone can do for free, and I'm greatly appreciate it all. All right. So as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, please know that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, much love to you. You hang in there. Enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're at in the world, and we'll see you soon. You guys take care.